Hey listeners, this is Mindful Talks podcast. Welcome to the third episode of #Gamedev Club. Since the emergence of smartphones in 2007, the gaming business has grown tremendously. Game development has gotten easier and more accessible than ever in recent years. If we speak of today, concept creators typically seek organizations that offer Unity 3D game development services to bring their ideas to reality. While there are several alternative game engines available, such as the Unreal Engine, Roblox Game Creation System, and others, Unity 3D has proven to be the most popular due to its easy of use approach, or a very flexible approach, if we can speak in a simple manner. So today we have Pradeep Singh, a specialized 3D artist at 300 Mind, with us. He will be speaking in more detail about 3D and the pros and cons of 3D game development. So a very warm welcome to you, Pradeep.
Hey Akash, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Great having you. The first question is, there is a huge market for 3D games. As per few articles, like an average gamer spends around 5 hours each day playing games. So how can you look to this whole scenario, and how can you make a good 3D game? Let's put it really.
I will try to explain the artistic side of the process rather than the technical side. So the first step which comes into the picture is choosing an idea. Create a small number of game concepts to see what kind of games you want to create. Use different genres and see which genres are currently trending in the media industry. Then start brainstorming. And when done, think about the potential traits and the mechanism of the game on the list. After the start collecting the information, find the type of the game that you want to build and design. Gather the references related to the mood, or we can say the theme of the game, and then we can move to the third step, which is 3D content creation. This step itself a vast topic, so for the sake of simplicity, I will give an overview for the sub-steps. It generally starts with the concept art. Concept artist creates 2D sketches of the characters, environments, assets, etc. Those sketches goes to a 3D artist and they create 3D model out of it. Then they send those model to the texturing artist, and finally it goes to the animation department where they create animation for the various characters, or we can say the objects. Then the next step is level design. Level design is the phase of game development that deals with the creating stages of the game. And then comes the lighting. Lighting plays a critical role in setting the mood of any given level. Certain changes in light can change the whole mood of the game. And the last part of it, sounds. Playing without sounds is like playing with a blank screen. Sounds effects add animation to the games and make gameplay much more interesting.
It would be just great if you could just tell us more about the character development, like how the whole process goes on, how many minds does it take, and on.
Sure. It starts from the 3D character concept. Before you start creating a character, you need to think over their story and how to visualize it through the person. To do this, collect as many references as possible so that you understand how you are going to create. Plus, it's more fun working on playable characters when you know their background and what makes them unique. Then the second part is blocking. You can start creating your 3D model by combining primitive shapes into the shape of the desired character. For example, you can use several cubes or cylinders to connect them as different elements of the future model. This will give you an idea of what your character will look like. And the third step is sculpting. When you start sculpting, a character, you have a smooth model that does not have characteristic features, and 3D artist needs to recreate them. The sculpting process resembles clay modeling. For example, a sphere is cut for the character's eyes, cheekbones, and chin, and the next step is rigging. The rigging process involves the creation of the skeleton of the character. This is necessary in order to animate the skeleton or bones separately in the future. And the last part of this process is animation. Model animation is the final step. In character creation, artists animate the body movements of characters as well as create facial expression in order to breathe life into them. You can also use video references to animate your character. In addition, large studios often use motion capture.
Amazing. Can you please tell us like the most interesting part you find in 3D game development?
Yeah, the entire process is interesting, Akash. From an idea to a fully finished product. Think of it as a journey or roller coaster ride. You enjoy every up and down of it. Sometimes everything goes smoothly, and other times you may find it rusty. Patience and consistency are the only keys to finishing it.
Amazing. So, as we come to the conclusion of this episode, any last advice that you would like to give to all the 3D artists out there? And just do me a favor, just tell me from your personal side as well. Like, I know you being an artist, so definitely just say it to all the listeners and the 3D artists.
Yeah, I would like to say keep it original, guys, and be up to the trend. If you feel any blockage in the work, just take a break and grab some coffee and just beat the heat.
So that was a quick advice from Pradeep. Thank you so much, Pradeep, for coming to this episode. We will definitely again create such content so that it would definitely motivate all the 3D artists out there. So yeah, thank you for listening to this podcast. We'll meet in the next episode. Till then, keep advancing.